revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation, and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta...
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New York Jets. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We're going to sign. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
A first down throw, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 58 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
What you draw Porter? No lady.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
53, Mike 53. Give me that ball, defense. 24.
Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Motion. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Just get there. 50 seconds to Mike. Mike 50 seconds.
Here's Watson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. A gain there of 21 yards.
Send West.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike 29. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. He's coming. Double up. Red 80. Double up.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Mike 29. Check Mike. Red 80. 2.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Red 80. Mike 29. I'm coming. Lady. I'm coming.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Red 80.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Red 80. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. You can't block
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
29.
Second down and 10. Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's going to be a long leg. It's going to be a long leg.
He'll get this to Eckler. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
57, Mike, 57.
Back to throw, Watson. Open man is Michael Thomas. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
57 to Mike. Get him. Hey, 31. 57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They'll run. This is Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. A shotgun snap for Watson, and that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Kill. Slam. Tighten up. Red 80. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Crunch. Yo, lady. Switch it. Come on, switch it. What, lady? Get wide. Check. Lucky. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Darnold complete to Crowder. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. Darnold now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. Evades him at the 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Showing up. Alert, lady. Alert, 3. Man, 80. Check safety.
Hey, high 7.
Now Darnold. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Motion. Mike, I can be fast. All right, slow. Let's go, dude. Let's go. All right, let's get there. 57. Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson. And Thomas has it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Crowder now to return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
29 is Mike 29.
Hey, wahoo!
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 29. Focus, defense, focus.
49, check 49, check 49.
SOS.
Darnold on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Mike 29. Watch the screen.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hey, foxtrot.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Throwing again is Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Hey, Echo.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming. Check, lady. Hey, lady.
Smooth.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Sponge, nickel, 9. 9, let's go.
On the ground, this is Kamara. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Okay, just like that.
From the 50, it's Watson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
And the Saints first down.
We're set. 19. Target. Shit. Switch. Hey, 59. Top go.
Running with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Reset. 19. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You got nothing to that. You got nothing.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Darnold. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Mike 29. Here we go, let's bring it. Lady. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's touch.
A first down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third.
Kill.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Darnold to throw again. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Come to the court. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Watson on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's caught by Smith. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Come on, come on. Switch.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
53.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Jets have recovered.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Darnold now to throw. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, lady. Hey, Delta. Watch twist. Watch that.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Check your hot read. Well, lady. We got it. We got that.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hardy, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Darnold now to throw. Going left side here, and it's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Go.
Now Darnold. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Bravo. 48 mark. 48 mark. Hey, lady. Yo, lady. Here I come.
He'll look to throw. Caught here by Bell. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's going to let it fly, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.